have a session, interactive session, where you would be discussing how we can achieve the best for our students. What can be done that can help our students to grow better. Students' success. To achieve the success of students, we need to know the need and the importance of it. Let us understand that they are facing unique challenges. Each and every child is different, and he or she faces different challenge on daily basis. Some children will be not able to write, some may be able to write quickly. Some may be able to cope up with the studies, some may not be able to cope up with the studies. So we as teachers provide them opportunities to learn a lot. We are the ones to guide them and give them the support. So let's understand that what strategies can we follow that can help and build the bond between the student and you. Please be yourself. Balanced academic demands. We need to have the balanced academic demand. The child has to be balanced. We have to balance it. How can we balance the child? How can we balance the child? Are there certain ways to balance the child? How can we settle the child? Balancing means here we are talking about settling the child, showing the child the right direction, telling the child that what is right and wrong. So academic difficulties are going to the child if he or she is facing. You need to help the child to balance the environment as well as studies to cope up. Personal well-being, understanding the child's perspective. Personal well-being plays important role, seeing what kind of environment the child is living in, whether the child is sleeping well, whether the child is doing well. So importance, it is very important to know about it. So personal wellness, holistic development, emotional development, mental and physical development plays an essential role to have the child to focus on its study, or learner, you can say students. Student success plays important role because we are into a teaching field, and in our teaching field we want our students to be best. So their academic achievement and performance matters to us. It also tells us where we stand. So when they are doing well, when they are scoring good, we too feel happy. We also feel result oriented, that yes, I made my attempt in such a manner, or I taught in such a manner, my class has achieved 100% result. That is where we feel when the child achieves 90% or 95%, when the child is able to reach there, that time we feel, or they feel good, the parents feel good about it, and then they come happily to you and they share, ma'am, my child got 90% result. That is only because you have made little efforts, parents have taken efforts, and they have got the way and the path where they are supposed to go. So what is our role? Our role is helping the child out in each and every in each and every way. So personal growth, skill development is the child skill. We have to make sure the child knows how to write. Child knows, or the learner knows, or student knows how to answer the paper, whether the child is able to practically solve that particular question paper, whether the child is able to answer well in advance verbally. So what we focus? We focus on the verbal areas, we focus on the written areas, verbal as well as written. So how we will develop those skills in the child plays major role. Well-being in today's context. Context. What do you mean by well-being in today's context? That means the child needs to be good in health, physically as well as mentally. The child should be able to be calm when the child should be able to face the challenges and cope up with certain situations. Long-term success. Long-term success is what they goal for. Like, I should be successful. The child has to be happy and contented. So these are the ways, and these are some of the pointers you can say where the student can feel they are successful. Setting smarter goals. How are we setting the goals to them? We should teach them how to set the goals. Like, what do I want to accomplish? Why is this important for me? Why should I achieve this goal? Who is involved? Where will it take place? So these are the specific goals that the child can or the learner can think about. How measurable it is. Like, how will I know when it's accomplished? What metrics will I use to track progress? Achievable. Do I have the necessary resources and skills? Is this goal realistic? Relevant. Does this goal matter to me? Is it aligned with my broader objectives? Time bound. That is when do I want to achieve this goal? What is my deadline? So when I talk about specific goals, like how can I achieve B to A grade? That can be one of the criteria that you can think about. Measurable. Whether I will be able to get 90% or no. Achievable. Have I achieved that particular goal of 90%? Relevant. Were my objectives relevant? Time bound. In how long I am going to get that result? In 1 year duration, or it is during the semester, like for formative evaluation or summative evaluation, of it is for the board purpose. So it has to be time bound, like how much time the child may take. Any questions so far? Time management plays important role. Self-discipline plays a major role over here. How you discipline yourself. If you're going to wake up at 8 and you expect that the things would happen nicely, properly, in a scheduled manner by 9, 10, if you are not planned, so it may not happen. So you need to have a planner kind of a thing. You can have it on a notepad, or it could be in your notebook, or it could be the child, like you have to teach the skill to the child, like how the time management has to be done. Like self discipline plays important role. Waking up on time, doing things on time, completing the task on time, giving the assignments well on time. So how can the child cope up with these things, with the submissions, with the learning part, with the test series or whatever? So you need to teach them that technique or the ways, how can they schedule it, how can they can prioritize the task, avoid procrastinating in the home environment, like think like may not be happening or may be happening, or overconfidence. So all that need to be managed well. So avoid all those things, and if you can adapt those tools and apps for time management, it would be wonderful. But if it is not possible, then you can use a book. Nowadays you get time management books too. You can take a deadline, or you can prioritize as per the time. You can teach them like 8 o'clock what can you do, 9 o'clock what can you do. After the school you can schedule your time, like how play time, study time, talking with the friend. So time management they can learn, including digital planners and time tracking apps if possible. Mental health and well-being plays again an essential role. So what should a child or learner or a student do, or how we also should resonate with it, or how we also should go with it? Following the silent hour or the quiet hour for some time, maybe 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. If you don't have that much also, 5 minutes. Just sit down, calm down yourself, do breathing exercise, maintain a healthy lifestyle, eat home food, try to ask them to eat home food, avoid junk food, regular physical activity, go for a walk, simple activity like going for a walk, go for a walk for 15 minutes, 10 minutes, have a balanced diet, eat the diet that is balanced. Adequate sleep. You should have adequate sleep, like sleep on time, wake up at time, take rest whenever is possible. If you're using a digital platform or you're using online, take a gap after 15 minutes or 30 minutes of session. Just stand for 5 minutes, put your hand up, squeeze, walk in the room. So that can be done if it is online. Offline, it is maybe like as soon as the teacher goes out, you get 5 or 10 minutes to move around or go to washroom and all. So that can be followed. Nurturing track apps. If nutrition track apps are available, if the child wants to use it, or if you wish to introduce that, you can. Sleep cycle for monitoring sleep patterns. Again, there are certain apps related to it. Like sometimes it is also available in such a manner, like at particular hour, if you don't want the phone gadgets to be used, so it gets shut down automatically. Laptops, all your gadgets can be shut down automatically. So those also tracking tools and things are available which you can use if you wish. Otherwise, you can just write it on a piece of paper like this time and try to follow it. Whatever you plan, whatever the planning is done, it has to be followed. Then only it makes it has some meaning to it. Then practice mindfulness and meditation. Here the word is meditation. Meditating is very essential. You can just have a sitting hour and if possible teach them how to meditate. You can also join a yoga class for the same. Nowadays yoga has become quite popular. That can bring your chakras into balance. Practice mindfulness and this. Then set realistic goals and priorities. Everything is not possible. So teaching the child that everything is not possible. Four out of five things, if four things also you are able to achieve or do, it is wonderful. Teaching this thing is very essential, very important to teach. Like not necessary that I can do 10 things, but are you able to do 6 to 7 things? So set realistic goals and priorities. That these some of the tools are mentioned here, like Headspace, Calm, Insight Timer, Tracking Physical Activity app. So these you can use if you wish to. Practicing self-care plays important role in everybody's life. Allocate time for activities that you enjoy and that help you relax. So, how would you plan the activities? Whether these practice, how I can relax myself, how can I get my free time? So, you can do that in your free time, like you can have your hobbies, reading, spending time in nature. This is applicable for us too, and also the children. Going for a walk, journaling, writing down the pointers, what happens in a day, audible for audiobooks. Free time is there. I'm listening to the music or I'm listening to some book. Nowadays, we get audiobooks in plenty where you can listen the entire book and read the book accordingly. So with that help, you can do reading. Going for shopping and outing, that could be like to relax yourself. Expressing gratitude plays important role. Teach children to say thank you. Appreciation plays important role. Teach them how to appreciate others. Teach them how to inculcate in them, like whenever someone is saying something, listen carefully and then offer the gratitude. So cultivating this habit among the students play important role to improve overall happiness. You can have ask them to keep a gratitude journal, thank you notes. You can give to each other, reflect on positive experiences. Yes. Somebody please, can you, whose mic is on? So gratitude plays essential role. So journal apps can be used for this, or you can have a book. The students can write thank you notes and give to each other, reflect on positive experiences, observe gratitude. Observing gratitude with each is also essential. Like someone said thank you to you. What did you do? What did you do in return? Someone said thank you. I mostly say most welcome. It was great to help you. I at least make this gesture. Study techniques to be taught, the techniques and the skills that we are into the field. So forming
Hello.
reading habits, yes.
जी थक गए थक गए
The phone call is going on.
Hello.
Somebody is on call.
हेलो हाँ जी कट गई थी अब आ रही है वो नेटवर्क चले गए थे
Yes. Simriti,
मैं इधर लेट जाती
I'm not able to unmute her. Mute her. Sorry, not unmute, it is mute.
you can mute them
When you're teaching and out of a sudden someone starts speaking, it sometimes distracts you, right? The flow of the conversation goes. In such situation, what we will do? How it's such situation happen in school also, right? We are teaching something, and out of a sudden somebody will come inside, or the children will, one student will come from outside, and then out of a sudden we face this issue. That how should we control that part and continue with the teaching part? So it's fine. So forming reading habits, creating a
मैम
consistent study. Yes,
it is more annoying on online mode
yes, it is
offline
more.
it is bearable
Correct. I do understand. But we need to teach this also to our students. Like when you are on the online, so we start following it automatically. It is the student will start following it. We are the role models, right? So when we are the role models doing it, so how would like we have to practice in us first and then teach our children. So we are the role models who can do that. So creating a conducive study environment at home plays important role. Let me continue with this part. Study skills and techniques play essential roles. So when we are teaching them or training them, you are able to see my slide, right? Are you able to see
hello
my slide?
hello
Is the slide visible to you all?
No, ma'am. It's
The
not visible.
slide is not visible to you.
Yes, ma'am. It is not visible.
Now is it visible?
Yes, ma'am. It is visible.
Okay. Thank you for telling. So creating a conducive study environment at home plays essential role. How the student should have that study environment, how the child should sit at some other place and then have their, like they can complete their task or their study part, like learning something. So utilizing digital resources like online study or groups can be, forums can be helpful to them in case they are not able to write or solve something. They can talk in there. Also the forums, WhatsApp nowadays, the groups are there. A lot of groups are available. So don't know anything. You can ask for help, seeking help. Now, many a times it is very difficult for some of the children to ask for help. So teaching them how to ask for help if they don't know something plays essential role. So seeking guidance offline or online, where they can seek guidance from their friends, from their parents, from their relatives. So asking that also, some of them are hesitant. So how can we do that? Like even I am hesitant at times, like how should I ask this? So it happens with me too, so it may happen with the child too. So how should we work on it? So we work based on the like we have to teach this thing, we have to teach them, like how can you ask, how can you take the help, how can you seek the help by the mail, by sending a message to teacher or a friend, having a personal chat. So that can be done, or taking the help from online or any other place too. So active learning strategies has to be used. Engage with material through discussions. The material has to be engaged, whatever the material they have received. So they can talk regarding that material to other person. Okay. So that plays important role. Like how are you able to uh, how are you able to see that material or use that material is essential? Can you tell me some of the ways of active learning strategies? Could you please tell me some of the ways of active learning strategies? Yes. Can someone share active learning strategies? Yes.
Experimentation.
Yes. Some of the
Can't teach
experiments one can
lab,
do.
yeah, lab activities, and each and every child is supposed to do the activity.
Correct. Yes, that could be one. Which other can be active learning strategies
Ma'am,
that you can make?
playing in the ground.
Playing on the ground, okay. And group activities can be one of the tasks. Project work could be one of active strategies. You're giving them chits and making them to do certain things. That could be active
Action
strategies.
research.
Yes, they can
Action
do,
research.
yes, correct. Action research they can do together. They can prepare something and tell you, share their thoughts and opinions by coming outside in a form of a group. PPT presentations can be one of the active nowadays that also can be used, right? So show and tell, at any age it works. At any age it works. So that can be like, but a group activity, if it is done, it would be more lovely. So applying concepts to the real world situations, then spaced repetition. You have to teach them how to repeat the concepts, learn, revise them again and again to remember the content. Other techniques, few of the techniques are like Pomodoro technique is there, where you can tell them about studying short, focus burst and breaks. Like in break times, you can study in short, like underline the main words to study and then try to build the answer around it. So that is Pomodoro technique is there. SQR method you can teach them. Structuring reading for better comprehension. So structure the points, form like the comprehension is there. Then again, this you can combine these two skills too together. These techniques too, like Pomodoro technique as well as SQ3R method. You can combine together also to make the learning better. Okay, then mind mapping is there where visual organization of information helps the child. Practice testing, regular self-assessment to reinforce learning. So assessment has to be taken every say fortnight or every 15 days so that the child can cope up well. Then interleaved practices there, like mix different subjects in study sessions. Like you are teaching them like you're combining, or you can have a mixed kind of thing, like history as well as geography together, or history and science together. You are trying to interlink the subject, like maths and English together. So you are trying to combine the subjects. And elaboration, explain ideas in detail to deepen understanding. Like you need to, like if a word is given, say the word is given exploration. The word is exploration. Now try to build ideas. Come on, let's do this activity. Exploration is a word. Then how would you do it? You all are there in the group. Come on, exploration is a word. Try to build some words near it and try to build a paragraph. Let us do this activity. The word is exploration. You have to build sentences around it and just present a paragraph together. Are you able to do? Say any word. The word is exploration. What will you explore?
New ideas.
New
Direction.
ideas. Okay, new ideas has to be explored. Okay, now can we have another sentence to have a paragraph to it? Yes, teachers. You can type it in the message box too, in the chat too. Yes. Exploration was one of the new ideas, is one of the things that has been told. So we have built a sentence on it. New ideas has to be built. So accordingly, we will have, so dual coding. Next is the dual coding. Combine verbal and visual information. So you're combining the verbal and the visual information together. Then self-explanation is important. Like any kind of a topic is there, the self-explanation plays essential role. Like we try to clarify. We ask, how can we clarify our doubts? We can clarify our doubts by asking questions, giving them new information on existing and non-existing knowledge. So these are few of the study skills techniques that can be used. Seeking professional help. Whenever we have a doubt or something, we are not able to cope up with certain situations, then we have to seek help. So reach out to mental health professionals like counselors and all, if required, for guidance and support when experiencing, like you're having the stress. So anxiety can be there, depression can be there to cope up with. If you're not able to talk, you need to teach this. Like first, they are supposed to tell their parents. Then they're supposed to tell their teachers. Once the parents and teachers are not able to help them, then they can go to the counselor or the professionals to help them. So we need to teach them this. So they can take offline help, online help, any kind of therapies. In our campus or in our schools also, we have a counseling room where they can seek the help of the counselor. So that can be organized and arranged. Create a support network. You need to have, or you need to teach them, like they have to build the relationship with family, friends, and their mentors. When they do that, they seek support when needed. So whenever they need help, who can help them? Their friends can help, the family can help, the teachers or mentors can help them. Physical meeting, or they can also have it, seek the help through Zoom, Skype, virtual, like Google Meet is there, social media is there. So we can use. But first thing, you need to teach them again. First, take the help from family, then take from your friends or near ones and dear ones. And if possible, after family, it would be always the mentors and teachers along with the friends. Limit screen time and digital environment. This plays essential role nowadays, like how long we should be on screen, how long we should be online, or how long we should be offline. So you need to balance both the kind of environment, like set boundaries for screen time, take regular breaks if it is you're using too much of your online classes or so. And if you're taking offline classes also and you're feeling anxious and tired, you can always take a little of break. Then unplug from digital devices periodically. Maybe 1 week you have used your online thing a lot. maybe 1 or 2 days you have skipped using it. So that kind of break, or in a day you are using only for say 2 hours or only 3 hours. So that ways can be helpful. Going for outing and excursions whenever you have time, meeting your close ones and dear ones plays essential role again. You can use this tools like screen time on screen time, digital well-being tools are available online. You can use that. Certain apps are there. They like you can teach them using them if possible. Developing healthy coping mechanism again is essential. Use coping strategies like writing in a journal plays very nice activity it is. At night time, I'm free, I'm just not jotting down what happened at home. Or writing on a paper and tearing it off and throwing it off. That also helps. Engaging in a creative activity also helps. Taking a smiley ball, if you have a smiley ball and asking them to press the ball when you are angry or anxious, that also helps. Practicing relaxation technique, like how you will be relaxed. Breathing exercise helps you a lot. You are breathing in, breathing out. Teaching them alom vilom exercise will help them. Then you know that if you hit on the pillow for a longer period of time, if you are very angry, that also helps. Drinking too much of water is another healthy coping mechanism. Going for a walk, listening to a music, staying organized with your things, teaching them how to organize your things. The tools are available online to help you for that. That is Moodfit is there, Reflectly is there, Penzu is there. You can keep your things. Notion is there, Evernote is there. These are all digital, but paper and pen is always better because you are away from the digital way. Then developing resilience and growth mindset plays essential role. Understanding and fostering resilience in today's scenario plays essential role. Remote learning and social distancing. Along with that, offline, how you are able to cope up with it. When someone gets a prize, I should be happy for him. If I am not getting, if I am facing some challenges of I am having a failure, what should I do? I should try my best again and try to present myself again to get out of that particular situation will help you a lot. Teaching them this skill also helps them. So growth mindset, teaching and embracing the challenges. Every now and then new things are coming, new opportunities are coming. So how should I deal with them in real life situation on virtual setting or offline should be taught to the child. Strategies for building resilience in academic and personal life. Now, coping in official places or maybe in school and colleges is very nicely done. But sometimes the child may be not able to do that well in personal life. So you need to teach them that both the places are essential and important. So how you will have the growth mindset at both the places, like not only in family, that is in your personal life, but also at the places that you are working or you are going or studying. Utilizing campus resources, whatever is available in school, whatever is available in college, whatever is available online, resources, free resources, natural resources, whatever is available, you need to use this. Encouraging students, encouraging the students to use them very well is very essential. So encouraging students to seek help and use available resources even remotely. How to access and make the most of these digital resources is again important. You should know them, teach them, whatever is available in the campus, whether it is a counseling center, it is a library, it is a canteen facility, or it could be the digital, whatever the ICT room is there. Use them as much you can by seeking permission. Seeking permission plays important role. Teach the children to how to take permission and asking for help. Seeking permission and asking help. These two things help them a lot. So please teach your students for the same. So today we have achieved or we have learned like need and importance of how students are successful. If they are successful, we are successful, should be paid attention at. Defining student success is very essential. Setting smart goals. Time management plays essential role, teaching the students with time management. Mental health and well-being, how should they use this and how should they smartly keep themselves healthy, avoiding eating junk food. Practice self-care. If they are not feeling to do something, allow them not to do for some time, but teaching them to complete things at the same time in the given time bound. Expressing gratitude, thanking is very important, appreciating is very essential. Study skill techniques are there, use them. How to use mnemonics, you can teach them one of the technique of mnemonics. Seek professional help whenever required. Limit screen time and digital environment. Create a support network. Campus resource, use that campus resources, free resources. Develop healthy coping mechanism. Developing resilience and growth mindset. Here you have the link to join AIEF group. If you have not joined, this is a Google form where you can fill in the form, give the feedback, and you can receive your certificates there. Thank you, teachers, to join me. It was a great, like I got the opportunity to teach you people, help you in some way. I'm thankful to Sir Matthew Sir, who has given me this opportunity to perform or present myself here. Any questions from your side? Please let me know. I will share the link in the chat box too. Any queries from your side, please let me know.